Kyle Bradford from Chaparral Motorsports here in front of our first slightly modified Honda Talon 1000R. This is a phenomenal machine that we were able to take out this last weekend and put it through its paces here in the Southern California high desert. As you can see, this car is modified with a set of Method Racing wheels, and we're running a set of Chicane RX tires from STI. This is a fantastic combo. We really like the way that these 30-inch tires handled as opposed to the 28s that this vehicle came with. Now, let's do a quick walk around where I can show you some of the features and benefits of this Talon 1000R. This Honda Talon 1000R is a striking vehicle, and Honda is a little bit late to the market as far as the sports side-by-sides go. But what they're after here is Honda durability, quality, and reliability. They wanted to have precision and performance built into this machine, and it took a long time for Honda to get this vehicle perfectly dialed in. This is a very unique vehicle. It's the only one on the market that currently features a DCT transmission, or what they call direct connection. When you push on the accelerator of this vehicle, you have a direct connection to the drivetrain and to the rear wheels. There's no belts to get in the way of you delivering power to the ground. As we can see by looking at the outside of this vehicle, the styling of it is very CRF inspired, and that's really what Honda was going after. That CRF styling can be seen in the CRF style high body line, the painted plastics. On this vehicle, the roof is standard, which is unlike most of the other vehicles out there on the market that require you to purchase an aftermarket roof if that's something that you like to run. The shrouds or side vents that you have on this vehicle are actually functional. And what they do is they draw cool air to the motor in order to keep this vehicle running as cool as possible. The large bed accepts a cooler, or in the case of this Talon 1000R that we equipped, we wanted to take a spare tire with us. And as you can see, there's still plenty of room for other accessories. Another benefit of the bed here is the integrated tie-down hooks. If you take a look at these hooks, they're extremely easy to use. The design of these hooks was something that Honda really looked at. They wanted to be able to provide a hook that was accessible and functional even if the bed was full. Another neat thing you're going to notice is the flagpole mount. Most of the UTVs on the market, matter of fact, all of them, don't have an integrated flagpole mount. With this one here, you can see that quite simply, in a matter of seconds, you can bolt and unbolt your flag or lighted whip. While on the topic of styling, let's jump to the interior of the vehicle and see what we have going on in there. The first thing that you're going to notice is the color match seats, which I can attest to the comfort of because I spent 2 days in the saddle at the Talon launch just a few weeks ago. These seats contour your body, they hug you in place, and the soft squishy foam allows you to be comfortable all day long. The seats come to the factory ready for you to put a 4 or 5-point harness into the machine without having to do any modifications to the body or to the frame. There's actually a harness bar as well, so you are completely dialed if you want to upgrade the seat belts right out of the gate. When looking at the styling of this vehicle, take a look at the painted interior panels. That's a very unique thing that Honda likes to do to just about all of their vehicles. That's going to help this vehicle maintain that quality and give it durability that other machines on the marketplace simply lack. In the center of that painted interior panel, you're going to find a centralized instrument cluster. Now, this instrument cluster was built not only for the driver, but also for the passenger. When the driver is hammering down the road, the passenger has within arm's reach all of the functions of this car. If the driver was focused on the road and didn't want to remove his or her hands from the steering wheel, the passenger could simply reach down and push the buttons in order to put this car into its next mode. Here in that instrument cluster panel, you're going to notice you can switch between 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. You can choose the sport mode, whether you want it to be in automatic mode, or whether you want to manually shift the car yourself. Hill Assist is a really neat feature this car has that we tested out in the mountains of Utah. You're able to pull up on a hill, put your foot on the brake. When you release your foot from the brake, the car stays stopped with the brakes applied for about 30 seconds or so, and then it releases itself again. That gives you ample time to take your foot off the brake and then put your foot onto the accelerator. This feature we found very helpful and allowed you to properly one-foot drive this vehicle, and that is a feature that we really enjoyed. As you can also see, this car is equipped with a waterproof 12-volt port. That allows you to get 12-volt power directly from the motor up into the cab so you can power any accessories that you'd like to run, be it a cell phone, a GPS, or just about anything. In a lot of the surveys that were done, Honda found that cup holders were a big deal in these side-by-side cars. Everyone loves to take their tumbler with them nowadays, and they made sure that the multi-size cup holders in the center of this vehicle fit up to a 40-ounce tumbler. Another area where Honda did not skimp was the steering wheel and the grab handle. The steering wheel features tilt steering, so you can put the steering wheel just exactly where you want it for the perfect fit. Moving over to the passenger grab handle, it has a bicycle-style lock. It's quick release. It's going to allow you to flip the lever up, adjust the bar, and then flip the lever down. That lever is going to allow this grab handle to lock firmly in place and to not rattle as you're traveling down the trail. That's going to give the passenger a very secure feeling as there's no movement or vibration coming through the grab handle. So the last thing that we want to take a look at while still inside the cab here is going to be the automotive grade seat adjustment. This is going to be a very high quality, easy to use rail that Honda has put into this vehicle so that you feel like you're driving your car. The passenger seat is in a fixed position, but on the driver's side, you're going to notice a quality automotive grade seat adjuster. When it's time to switch drivers, this feature is going to allow the driver to quickly adjust the seat so they can be put into their perfect driving position. Moving to the outside of the vehicle, you're going to notice that this Honda Talon 1000R is equipped with Fox Podium 2.5 shocks. These have 3 different adjustment points, allowing the driver to get the perfect suspension adjustment. The width of this car measures 68.4 inches. At least it did before we did our tire and wheel modification. So we're going to have to come back to you with that specific measurement of this car now that it's got new tires and wheels. The wheelbase remains 92.7 inches in length. That's about 5 inches longer than the 1000X. In the back, we're going to notice that this thing has a rear 4+ link suspension. What that does, it allows the vehicle to have suspension that travels all the way up and all the way down with only a 3-degree change in the camber of the wheel. It's going to be huge. That's going to allow this car to track extremely straight when out there in rugged terrain. That 4+ link suspension, coupled with the Fox Podium 2.5 shocks, is going to give this car just over 20 inches of rear suspension travel. Looking at the brakes, you're going to see a 250mm rear rotor. It's got a 1-piston caliper, and it has specifically developed brake pads in order to give this vehicle optimum stopping performance. Moving to the front of the vehicle, you're going to notice a matching set of Fox 2.5-inch shocks. And you're also going to notice that up front we have a dual A-arm setup. That's going to give this vehicle 17.7 inches of travel. Just like the rear, you're going to see 250mm front rotors. Now, what differs from the rear is the front has a 2-piston caliper. That's going to give this vehicle superior stopping when coupled with the specially developed brake pads. Between the front and rear suspension, you're going to see a 1-piece frame. They did this so you have consistent rigidity throughout the entire vehicle. That frame was E-coat dipped and powder coated, so you will never have any issues with rust. Now, what drives this vehicle? It's a 6-speed automatic or manual transmission with advanced logic. It has multiple shift modes and gives you paddle shifting ability so that you can be in control of your ride 100% of the time. The advanced logic transmission was really interesting when we tested this out at the Talon launch. We were able to put this vehicle into various different situations. We were able to push this vehicle to its limits, and we could actually feel the transmission shift differently no matter what type of terrain we were traversing. Moving up to the motor, you're going to find a 999cc inline twin. From the outside, it's going to look like the same motor that's in the Africa Twin, but it is very, very different. This particular motor has a 270-degree firing order. It has a CRF-style Unicam valve train, roller rocker arms, and a high-capacity cooling system. Now that we've basically talked about all 4 corners of this vehicle and what propels it forward, let's take a look at what Honda has done in order to secure optimum traction. They're using what they call an I-4-wheel drive system. That's going to allow brake traction control and torque biased differential output. So basically what's going to happen is this vehicle is going to modulate itself as soon as it feels it losing traction on a specific wheel. It's going to limit power to that wheel and put that power to the other wheels that are doing the hard work. This intelligent traction control allows this vehicle to maintain forward momentum when other vehicles might struggle. That allows this vehicle to adapt to any situation. Now moving up to the steering, it's got a power steering system that provides easy steering with zero kickback. Now one thing that lots of customers are going to do is they're going to customize the heck out of these vehicles. They're going to make them theirs. Honda has over 40 accessories they've already developed that are already available for this vehicle. Some of those include a rear panel, side mirrors, Bluetooth audio systems, frame skid plates, trailing arm guards, aluminum rear bumpers, cargo bags, a 40-inch LED light bar, an aluminum roof, aluminum doors, A-arm guards, a winch, an aluminum front bumper, LED auxiliary lights, vented windscreen. These are just a few, but Honda has a lot more accessories in the works for the Honda Talon 1000X and 1000R vehicles. While Honda is known for uber reliable vehicles, Honda has a protection plan that allows you to remain protected for up to 5 years of coverage. There is a 1-year standard warranty, and then they have additional extended warranty protection plans that offer either 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, or even 48 months of additional coverage. Now there's a couple other things that we wanted to add to this vehicle before we took it out into the real world. First being side mirrors. These side view mirrors do a fantastic job at a very valued price point to get you that perfect view behind you. Another thing you're going to notice is this Lowrance GPS system. Getting out into the backcountry without a GPS is not a very good idea, and this Lowrance system is one of the best that we've found. And that wraps up our walk around of this Talon 1000R. If you have any questions about this vehicle, about what we've done to it, or about how it performs, please leave a comment below. We'd love to hear what your questions are and what you think about this vehicle. What do you think about the modification we made to the tires and wheels? We think that that simple upgrade alone made this vehicle look really awesome, and it definitely improved performance. If you want to see our first modified 1000X vehicle, go ahead and stay tuned by subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell. That way you can be part of the notification squad, and you'll be on that notification list when a new video is uploaded. Thanks for tuning in today. We really appreciate it. I'm Kyle Bradshaw. This is Chaparral Motorsports. And until next time, take care and ride safe.